Hey everyone, we have driven up to Appomattox, Virginia, up here for some meetings I need to be part of, and we're going to show you a little around Appomattox on this trip, maybe get one video out of it, because look what it's doing today, and we found out it would be doing this every day but Saturday and Sunday.
You could have gone anywhere, been anyone. Well, you stole my heart like a thief on the run. You're not much for taking chances, but you're taking a chance on me. And now we're building bridges as far as the eye can see.
As you can see, I'm wet. Sis is dry.
A little wet.
We're heading out today. Like I said, this is going to be one program. We're heading out right now to meet with my pastor and Teresa's pastor and Miss Glenna. And we're not going to tape any of that. We'll show a photo of this. We'll take this church as we're pulling into it. Teresa may hold and get a little bit of this campsite, because we're going to try to do a couple of things Saturday before we leave, to at least let you see the Appomattox, Virginia surrender site. But this is part of camping.
It's like
it's just part.
They're pulling me.
Just part
This
of.
is just
Part of it.
it's very, very rainy. That's all you can say.
Well, it's done this a lot since last year when we went out to camp. It's rained a lot.
It has rained.
But we're going to go out and do some fellowship again with our pastor and Pastor Greg Mayhorn and Miss Glenna. Spend some time with them today. We're here with them for a couple of days. I've got some meetings I got to do for my personal ministry here too. So we're going to be in church with them on Sunday. So,
Hey, I wonder how mad it would make you if I said I needed to change my shoes. Just a thought.
Our shoes are in the back of
Oh my gosh.
in the back part of the truck with the cover over them.
This is
And so she told me that hers was back here. I've already opened it once and grabbed 3 pairs of my shoes out, so I got to determine which one I want to wear today. And I didn't bring my Sperry's, which are really for rain, which we are experiencing right now. I don't know why I did not lay them in here. We thought of our winter stuff to be put up. I grabbed this one right here. It's a long sleeve shirt.
I have a sweater,
but it
doesn't match my
clothes.
Shirt, but I tried to have a sweater with me. Because,
Well, we've got a couple. Yeah. We've got a couple of long sleeve stuff in there in case we're sitting outside and it's a little chilly in the evening. But we're in the 60s in June in Appomattox, Virginia.
63.
63 today, and we said, we don't need. We'll just take a lot of shorts. I did grab some pants out that I usually carry in the truck.
It's 72 in Concord.
So this is crazy, but she'll show you a little bit around the campsite as I'm driving around. I got to go check in.
We can get a better shot of it when it's not raining. Yeah, let's not do them like that.
Well, you saw it raining some, so I guess we're going to try to cram all of this into one day. And get a lot of stuff and just give our review of the campsite. So far, it's been nice. We spent our campsite. So if she sees something, she'll tape it. But we'll just take point into Pastor Greg and Glenda's church. It's called Freedom Word Church. So if you live here in Appomattox, Virginia, or close by, it'd be a great church for you to visit. So let's get on over and grab some lunch, because I think we're hungry.
Oh, yeah.
So let's get over.
part of our trip to Appomattox, we wanted to visit Liberty University, the campus there, which is in Lynchburg, Virginia, not too far from Appomattox. Our oldest son, Jordan, received his undergrad here. Jared also looked at this college for potential scholarship, but there was a coach change and ended up plans kind of fell apart. There was a lot of construction going on, so we had difficulty kind of navigating where we wanted to get to on the campus. This was during the summer, so there weren't a lot of students there. We had a whole lot more plans when we visited this area, but slowly realized that was not going to happen due to restrictions placed on YouTubers that are monetized. You cannot visit national historical sites and videotape unless you have permits, which take several months at the time of this filming to get. And I mean, anybody that's a Civil War buff or even just general history of the formation of the United States knows there's a lot of information, a lot of museums, and a lot of sites.
We love going here.
Love it, but we couldn't go and get that for you. So we tried to think outside the box and take you to some places. I mean, this is a beautiful campus, very walkable. It's kind of hot the day we went, but definitely someplace that you could go and see some beautiful buildings. You're going to see, we did get the football stadium, the basketball stadium, I think their baseball field. So a lot of stuff that you can see, and this was free.
Well, the football field, I've been there before. You didn't get to go. When Jared went up there to visit the school, he went and watched practice, but also there was a big football game that we got to go watch. It was very enjoyable. This is a Christian university. Mm-hmm. They pride themselves in that. But as Teresa had mentioned, there's places we would have loved to taken you on, but we were limited, especially the Appomattox Surrender site. Mm-hmm. We've taken the kids there when they were younger. We've been there. Mm-hmm. And we said, no, we'll go there and show the people around the buildings and stuff. But we called them and they said, unless you had a permit, you could not do it. So we said, well, let's go visit Liberty University. Some people have not got to see the campus. So this is one reason we have went there. Teresa jumped out of the truck with the camera as I went around the loop, and she done some of this videotaping. Mm-hmm. So we're going to let you finish just looking at some of the structures, and here, as you see, they were doing some work. I liked that on the hillside.
Yeah, when you drive into town, you see that.
So we had to jump out of the car and get that.
This is the entryway into Paradise Lake. This is the campground we stayed at. This is actually in Appomattox. So a little bumpy when you go in. It is set kind of back in a residential.
You think you've been in the wrong place.
You think you're in the wrong place. But we did go back, and it is a gated community as well.
And Pastor Greg and Miss Glenn want to recommend this place. Yeah. They said they've had people camp and stay here before. We got up there kind of late. Mm-hmm. So after we got everything set up, we went out and came back in to videotape this. Like she said, it is a little journey back there. Uh-huh. A lot of houses.
We had a pull-through site. We enjoyed our stay. The staff there did want us to remind everybody that they're doing renovations as well. So how it looks now may not, or that when this was taped, may not be how it looks now.
And as you're going through, as you're getting back there, you'll see you're going through residential areas. As we pull up here in a few moments, you will see that it is also, if I remember correctly, a gated community. Mm-hmm. to get back through, and we're just going to enjoy a few minutes of music until you get up there. So here we are. That was quick. But they do have some, I believe, long-term.
Yeah,
camping
most
people.
campsites now are doing that. They do try to separate, I think, the long-term camping from, the short-term. But this is kind of how it's set up. It's also a one-way road system. Most of the long-term campers, you can see there to the right.
I do like that. Mm-hmm. They've got them in one area. They got your short-term people in an.
Well, that way the long-term campers aren't disrupted with people coming and going all hours of the night.
And you do have room in between. Mm-hmm. So I do like that.
And this was a pretty well-established campground with the store and the bathhouses. And they also have a, you wouldn't call it a lake, but a little pond
yeah, we
that
will.
They were working on.
Yeah, you'll show that. It's very.
It was muddy looking
yes.
because they had a lot of rain, and they had also been disturbing the banks, so it looked a little muddier than usual, as you can see.
They did say, please tell them that.
That's not how it usually looks.
It usually said, we're doing a lot of work on it right now. But we had a lot of rain prior to this.
Oh my goodness, yeah, it was very rainy. But you see, well manicured. I can't rate this on my mosquito bite scale.
We didn't get us outside.
We didn't get to sit out much, so I don't know if the mosquitoes are bad. I do try to tell everybody if we visit a site that's really buggy.
This trip was mainly ministry for us, but we wanted to do a review
of the campground. We would definitely go back.
Well, I'm excited about going back. We will go back to this campsite, and we will do another review.
That's the basketball.
When we go back up.
And that was a covered picnic area. I think they do events under that awning, under that building. And there were several
bathhouses.
There were tent campers as well. People were just having a good time. There's nothing about going to a campground and smelling the fires outdoors.
And there's the pool. They have a pool.
Yeah.
And then I walk inside, and they have it's very clean, mm-hmm. where you can go in. This is also where you pay, but you go in, they do have things you can buy in the store, and very polite, very nice people to us while we were there. And that's one thing we always try to let you know if they've been very nice to us. Mm-hmm. And they knew we were, again, videotaping, and they said, please tell them that we're doing some work. Then when we go back up, we will review all that, and we'll show the lake again, and it will probably look a whole lot better than what it did this time. So here's inside the store. So if you forget something, you can definitely pick it up in here.
Plus they had an ATM machine so that you could get money out if you needed it.
So what's your take?
Thumbs up. We will definitely go back. It won't be a miss for you to go there. If you want to go and see the historic sites, book you a campsite and go enjoy our beautiful country we live in, and we have particular fondness for the state of Virginia. So
there is what you would pull in. You got concrete places for your picnic table, but we'll see you next time because we're on our way.
Bye.
Bye.